So the DCEU has come to an end with Aquaman, the sequel, or as some people might say, the solid number 2. So, the next film that is going to be released is going to be the Superman Legacy, which starts the DCU, which is the James Gunn DC series. And a lot of people have said that this latest Aquaman is not that great. I'm honestly not even going to bother because it didn't look good. It didn't look good in the first place, and it still had Amber Heard in it. And after everything that happened with that situation, so if you've seen Aquaman, what is it, The Lost Kingdom, Forgotten Kingdom? I forgot even the full title. I just call it Aquaman 2. Let me know if it was decent or terrible because I don't feel like watching it. But it brings a close to the chapter that is the DCEU. A long, convoluted, messed up series of films, which have been a mix of okay to terrible, with the previous one that came out this year being The Flash, which honestly, they could have ended the entire thing there, but they still had this movie to put out. Somehow, this entire series of films, which I know some people really like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I didn't. I'm not a big fan of the darker, trying to be more serious superhero thing. And Superman, his portrayal of Superman was probably the worst. Even though Henry Cavill was a great actor to play the role, it's just that he got the worst version of Superman to play. And I just never have been the Justice League cartoon is probably the most time I've spent with the Justice League and with the DC property. I mean, I did watch Batman the Animated Series and the Superman the Animated Series, but I've never been as big into the comics. But I know that your first time having Batman and Superman on screen should not be the time you bring out Doomsday. And especially the version of Doomsday that we got. And it was all trying to lead up to almost like an Injustice League kind of situation. But it was a complete convoluted mess. And now that the chapter is closed for this cinematic franchise, I think it's a good thing. Maybe James Gunn can pull it off, but seeing his slate of movies that he's trying to make, I mean, your first film is Superman. Smart. But then you have things like The Authority and everything else that you got planned. And I don't know if he is going to have a good time trying to get that going or not.